Hi guys, Josh here, and in this video of the college series, I'll be talking about what you can do as a senior in high school to prepare for applying to college. One of the most important things that you can do as a senior in high school is focus on keeping your grades up. I know that many students, when approaching senior year, develop senioritis and they feel that in their last year of high school that they don't really have to try as much. High school is basically over, and that is not the case. For students who will be applying under the regular decision application cycle, colleges are going to be considering your first semester of your senior year. So it's very important for you to keep your grades like they've always been throughout high school, or to maybe even achieve higher if you're aiming to have a higher GPA for your college application. As for your second semester, colleges will not be seeing those grades until you graduate, which will be after they've already given you an admissions decision. So typically for second semester, it's okay to ease up a little bit, but you have to remember the type of student that the college is admitting. So for example, if you're an A student and you're admitted to a college, that's what they're going to expect. They're expecting an A student to be on their campus next fall. And if your grades drop down to B's and C's, you're not repping that same status that you were as an applicant, and that may be a problem for them. If your grades do dip too low, a college may rescind your offer of admission. It's not super common, and colleges will contact you to say, your grades are kind of getting in a little bit of a dangerous territory, but general rule of thumb is to do your best your first semester, and then senior year, take it a little bit easier, but to continue trying to uphold whatever type of student you are to the admissions committee. I would also like to say that if you are someone who has a plan to transfer after your freshman year of college, like you've decided that you're going to apply to maybe a local college and then transfer to a bigger school, second semester is going to be really important in that decision, because the college that you're going to be transferring to is going to want to see your grades from your freshman year of college, but they're also going to want to see your senior year grades. And if you had very bad second semester grades compared to the rest of your grades in high school, it may come off a little bit alarming to them. So you really want to prioritize both semesters and graduating strong in high school if transferring is your ultimate plan. Aside from maintaining your grades your senior year, there's not really going to be much else to do than to start applying to colleges. College application season typically starts around early August and will end around late December to early January of your senior year. College application season can honestly be said to be another class on top of the classes that you take during senior year, and it can be very stressful if you try and push everything to the last minute. So I would recommend that you maybe start an Excel sheet or keep a notebook of deadlines for your applications, for your financial aid applications, and even scholarships, to ensure that you are trying to space out as much as possible so that you do not get too overwhelmed. When it comes to college applications, what's going to probably take up most of your time is your essays. And I would recommend that you try and space out your essays for each school, and that you are getting people to proofread your essays and to make sure that these essays truly represent who you are. Additionally, you're going to be responsible for emailing counselors and teachers to submit your transcripts and to write your recommendations. I would recommend that you ask your teachers at least a few weeks before your application deadline to send in the recommendations, because you really want to be courteous, as they have many other students who are also asking them to write recommendations as well. And when it comes to these recommendations, if your teachers ask you to provide anything that could be helpful, don't be hesitant to brag about yourself. I would say email them anything that you think could be useful, because you do want them to highlight you in a really positive way. As for the financial aspect of college application season, you're going to hear terms such as FAFSA, CSS, and IDOC. The first term FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and it will be available to you starting October 1st. And it's best that you fill out this form as early as possible. It's going to require your family's tax and income information, typically from a year or two ago. So it's important that you have these documents available when filling it out. The FAFSA can pull some information from federal databases about your family's income and tax records, but it's always best to not rely on that and just to have the documents ready. A lot of universities, public and private, will use FAFSA data in order to determine your federal aid eligibility, and it's typically going to be seen at every school. As for CSS and IDOC, CSS stands for College Scholarship Service, and this is a service provided by the College Board for many private universities to use in order to determine your eligibility for their specific or institutional scholarships or grants. And the IDOC, which stands for the Institutional Documentation Service, is going to be a platform where you're able to upload the financial documents that universities may require in order to just verify your financial information that you input, or just to get a better understanding of your financial situation. The end of college application season is going to be, like I said, around late December to early January. And after you've put forth your best application possible, you then are going to have to play the waiting game. And so you'll be waiting until maybe mid-March to early April to receive an admissions decision. But between the time that you submit and receive a decision, that's going to be the time for you to kind of relax a little bit. Know that you've done everything that you could, you've controlled every aspect that you could, and now it's out of your hands. So you just want to spend your time, still keeping those grades up for your second semester, but just enjoying things that make you happy, enjoying your last year of high school, because after high school, you're going to be on your own. And yeah, the next decision that you're probably going to have to make is after you're accepted. The national commit date is going to be May 1st. By this day, you're going to have to make a deposit for tuition and housing at the university that you plan to attend. But it doesn't just stop there. If you happen to be waitlisted at your dream university and you decide to select yes to be on the wait list, you may hear about your admission anytime starting from mid-May to into the summer, possibly even August, just depending on the enrollment numbers at your dream institution. And if you are accepted off the wait list at your dream college, you will lose your non-refundable deposit at the school that you already committed to, and you'll have to pay a deposit for your new dream school. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video about what you can do as a senior to prepare and apply to colleges. I really hope that this video was beneficial, and just thank you so much for watching.